Good morning. Another day of living a healthy lifestyle. Give yourself a huge amount of credit, huge kudos. Congratulations. The beauty of these exercises is there's only 4 of them. You do them every single morning along with your daily success practice or as part of your daily success practice. Literally, before you have coffee, before you brush your teeth, before you take a shower, wet your hair down, pull your hair back, put it in a ponytail, whatever is good for you. Go to your mat, have your props in place, no thinking, no decision making, you come and do it. That's how you live a healthy lifestyle. It becomes a habit for you. So let's get into it right away. Start out by doing our cat-cow. Remember, we start in a tabletop position. Drop your belly down, lift your head back and up, take a deep breath through your nose, and then push against your hands, reverse the curvature of your spine. You're up in the cat position now, your head drops down, breathing out. That's 1. 2. Do 5 of these. 3. 4. 5. Okay, for me, played tennis yesterday in a match. My lower back is a little bit tight, a little bit sore. So I'm going to start out by doing, in addition to the cat-cow, doing a little bit of windshield wipers with my knees, my legs. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Join me. 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6. We'll do 10 of these. 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, 10. Excellent. Let's do our full body stretch or really flexion. Dorsiflex your feet. Tighten your quads. Tighten your abs. Bring your hands overhead. Tighten your fists. Tighten up your whole body for 5 seconds. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Relax. We'll do 3 of these. Again, start with dorsiflexing your feet, tightening up your quads, bring your belly button back towards your spine, hands overhead, tightening your shoulders, your whole upper body, your entire body. Begin now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, one more time. Feet flexed. Your calves should be very tight. Your quadriceps should be tight. Your abs should be tight. Hands overhead. Squeeze your fists. 5 seconds. Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Let's begin our first exercise. So we have 3 options with this exercise. The first one is to raise your knees up. Bring your shins parallel to the mat. This is our starting position. Take a deep breath, lift your head up. Drop your feet down. Toes touch the mat. As you drop down, you're breathing out. Bring up. Up. 3. You could touch your heels here. Up. 4. It's a little bit harder. Up. 5. Okay, that's the first option. The second option of this number 1 exercise. So I'll give you the 3 options and you could pick one. We'll do 21 reps together. One leg extended out in front of you. The other knee is up with the sole of the foot touching the mat. This is the starting position. Take your deep breath, lift your head up. Raise your leg with your knee straight. Down. 1. Up. Down. 2. Up. Down. 3. Excellent. Then you switch legs. Same thing. Left knee up. Right leg straight. Keep your knee straight. Lift your head up. Deep breath in. Down. Breathe out. It's 1, 2, 3. Excellent. Okay. The third option is the same setup as the first exercise. except now we're going to be straightening one leg, then straightening the other leg. Shins parallel to the mat. This is the starting position. Lift your head up, and then begin by straightening your right leg. Bring it back to the starting position, straightening your left leg. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could point your toes if you want, or you could point your heels. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So pick one of those 3 exercises. We'll do repetitions together. We'll do 21 of those. What I like to do during this exercise, whether you're doing the first, second, or third option, is put your hands on your abdomen and you could feel those abdominal muscles. You've got them there. You've got a six-pack underneath that layer of fat. Nobody's going to get a six-pack visible without an extreme diet. And actually, quite honestly, some techniques that are pretty dangerous for the body as far as limiting the body hydration. Okay, so let's begin. Get in your start position, hands on your abdomen, and begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can keep your head back on the mat. Try to relax your shoulders. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Excellent. Okay, now hug your knees up to your chest. It's a little bit of strain on the lower back. As you hold your knees, rock back and forth. Feel the massage on your lower back. This should feel really good for you. Okay, so let's roll over now and get in the child's pose. Grab your props. You remember from previous days, you could have a yoga block, you could have a standard roller. Well, you could actually sit on your heels. If this is comfortable for you, that's fine. If you need a prop, either to sit on, or maybe you have a prop like a towel that's folded up, you take it and put it behind your knees, come back onto that. Whatever works for you is fine. Once you're in this position, fold forward at your hips. Walk your hands forward as far as you can. Let your head drop, your forehead down to the mat. If you need something to rest your forehead on, grab one of your props and do that. That's fine. And then allow your elbows to gently come back to the mat. This is child's pose. Now you should feel right now a little bit of stretching in your lower back. If you want more stretching in your lower back, you bring your knees closer together. If you want less stretching, open those knees up nice and wide. Allow your chest, your belly to come between your thighs. And let's take 3 deep breaths here. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out, sigh it out. That's 1. Breathe in through your nose. Sigh it out. One more time. Breathe in through your nose. Hold it for a second or 2. Breathe out. Fantastic. Okay, set your props aside. Or actually, you may need the towel for your knees, depending on if you're comfortable actually kneeling on the mat itself. So, get yourself onto the mat, onto your towel. Put your hands on your glutes. Tighten up your glutes. This is for exercise number 2. This is the traditional camel pose. What you do is you take your deep breath through your nose, allow your head to fall back, and gently arch back. Now your glutes should be tight, so it'll protect your lower back. Arch back, and then come forward, allowing your chin to come all the way down to your chest. and leaning forward gently. That's 1. Back again, forward, that's 2. For the first couple of reps in this exercise, we're going to come all the way down to the mat. So arch back, take your deep breath, head forward, chin down to your chest, and then come all the way forward, catch yourself. You should be doing it slowly, so you're not really catching very much, but come all the way down to the mat, allow your forehead to come to the mat, and then back up. So that would be 1, and then back up again to the same position, the starting position, all the way back, deep breath, come forward, chin to your chest, come all the way down. That's 2. Okay, so let's do the first 5 of this exercise, the first 5 reps of this exercise, coming all the way down to the mat. And then we'll continue on to do 21. Okay, everybody ready? Let's begin. Deep breath in. Forward, down, 1. Forward, down, 2. Forward, breathing out, down, 3. Forward, down, 4. Forward, down, 5. Keep going, stay all the way up this time. 6, 7, deep breath in. 8, deep breath in, back. 9, 10, 11, more than halfway there. Keep those glutes tight. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, one more, 21, excellent. Okay, come down into child's pose right now. I feel a little bit of strain in my lower back, and this happens depending on how my activity was the day before, how my body's feeling. So I like to be able to relax that lower back a little bit by getting down into child's pose. So again, take your props. If you want to sit on a prop, that's fine. Walk your hands gently out in front of you. Allow your forehead to come down to the mat or put it on a towel. Let your elbows come back and relax. Boy, I feel a real nice stretch in my lower back right now. Let's take 3 deep breaths in this child's pose. Breathe in. Hold it. Sigh it out. 1. Breathe in through the nose. Deep breath. Sigh it out. 2. One more. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Excellent. Okay, let's set up now for exercise number 3. There's a couple different options here. Get on your butt to start with. Hands behind you. Soles of your feet flat on the mat, knees up. You lift our body up. Deep breath in, head comes back, and then breathe out as you allow your body to come back down to the mat. That's 1. Up, down, 2. Okay, that's option number 1. Option number 2 is bring yourself all the way back down on the mat. This is going to be a traditional bridge. Soles of the feet flat on the mat. Bring your heels towards your buttocks. Your arms alongside your body. Your shoulders back and relaxed. Your head and neck relaxed. So on the deep breath in, lift your body up so that it's parallel. Hold it for a quick second and allow it to gently come down. That's 1. As you go down, you exhale out. So up, breathe in through the nose. Down, exhale out. That's 2. Okay, so that's the second option. The third option, you're setting it the same way as you did before. for option number 1, where you're going to lift your body up, but in this time you're going to get into full reverse table, which is this position, your head back, and then as you come down, you're going to bring your butt between your hands so that you're going to end up with your legs straight out in front of you. That would be 1. So deep breath in, down, breathe out, 2. Okay, so pick one of those 3 options. I'm going to do this last option that I just demonstrated. I'm going to have my fingers facing forward. It's a little bit easier for me. I like the stretch a little bit better. So get into your position. Might be bridge, so you'll be laying flat. Or it might be this position where you lift your body up partially, or you lift yourself up into a full reverse table position. Let's begin. Deep breath in, up, head back. Take your deep breath through your nose and then down. 1, breathe out. Up, breathe in, down, 2. Up, down, 3. Up, down, 4. Breathe in, breathe out, down, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. This is a very controlled exercise. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Breathe in. 15, 16. Almost there. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Excellent. Fantastic job. Okay, get yourself into a seated position. Legs crossed in front of you. Maybe the soles of your feet together. Whatever is comfortable for you. Or you could be in the seated position where you're sitting on your heels. That's where I'm going to go because I'm used to this. And this is comfortable. Creates a nice stretch for me. So let's take 3 deep abdominal breaths here just to catch our breath. Ready? You remember from previously, you're expanding your diaphragm down, which essentially causes your belly to come out. So you're filling up a pitcher of water, starting with the bottom of the pitcher. As you breathe out, you continue with your breath, filling up your lungs, in the upper part of your chest, all the way back. You could feel the air in the back of your throat, actually. And then, so reversing it for your exhale. So the air expels from your back of your throat, your upper chest, all the way down into your belly. And then you force the last of the air out by contracting your abdominal muscles, bringing your belly button back towards the spine. So let's do 3 deep breaths here. Give us a chance to catch our breath and to engage our parasympathetic nervous system to allow us to relax a little bit. So let's begin. Deep breath in through your nose. Expand your belly all the way up, back of the throat. Hold it. Sigh it out. Force the last of it out by contracting your abdomen. Excellent. 2 more. One more time. This abdominal breathing is unbelievably effective when it comes to relaxing yourself, whether it's before a presentation or you're being confronted with any other difficult or situation that might make you nervous. This will counteract the sympathetic nervous system effect of fight or flight and allow you to engage your parasympathetic nervous system to allow you to relax. So you can use this anytime. Okay, let's do our last exercise. Got a couple of options here. You may need some props depending on where your knees are at. So take a towel if you need a prop, put it back behind you. This is going to be the starting position. This is the first option. Your hands are going to be out in front of you. So we start with a table position. Sit back onto your towel. Walk your hands out a little bit further. This is the start position. And what you'll do is you'll come forward, take your deep breath, lift your head up, breathe through your nose, and then come back down. That's one. That's the first option. The second option is really the same motion, same starting position, except that what you're doing, walk your fingers up, your hands up a little bit further if you can. You should feel a nice stretch in your whole side body here, your lower back, your upper back. This is a great exercise. And again, you can listen to another video that we have that talks about the specific benefits of these 4 exercises that we utilize. So here we are in the start position. And rather than stop when you come forward and take your deep breath in this position, come over your hands with your shoulders and go beyond and allow your body, your torso, to drop down. So this is the position you'll end up in. You can bring your shoulders back. Your shoulder blades come together and your shoulders come back. This is a great stretch. So this would be the end of the position before you move back into your start position. And then you push back again. So that would be 1. Okay, so the last option is going from down dog to up dog. It's a traditional yoga positions. So in tabletop position, curl your toes, push yourself back into a reverse V. You can walk your dog a little bit here to stretch out your calf muscles, stretch out your feet a little bit. Okay, so this is the start position right here. You should be in a reverse V. This is the most challenging of the options for this particular exercise. So you could do maybe, if you want, 2 or 3 of these to start with. Then you could go into the less challenging options that we provided for you. So from this position, this start position, you come down. As you take your deep breath, you go past the push-up position. Again, allow your torso to come down to the mat. Take your deep breath with your head back, and then reverse it. Use your abdominal muscles to tighten and pull yourself back up. You're pushing yourself back as you breathe out. That's 1. Again, breathe in deeply, allow your torso to drop down. You're in a full up dog position right here. Push yourself back. Use your abdominal muscles to pull yourself. That's 2. Okay, so pick one of those 3 start positions, whether it's this right here or the one I just indicated, from up dog to down dog. And let's do our 21 repetitions. Here we go. Ready? Begin. 1, up, 2, up, 3. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in. 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. 9, 10, 11. More than halfway there. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Fantastic. You've done it. You're living a healthy lifestyle, starting out your day with 4 exercises that have unbelievable therapeutic benefits for your body. Okay, stay tuned. The cognitive portion of your daily success practice is about to begin. Hi, I'm Robin Fate from the Foy Health Program. This is part 2 of your day 2 daily success practice, focusing on your cognitions, your mind, your thoughts. First of all, give yourself credit. Kudos for taking the first steps on your journey. You're here for a second day in a row. You're actually building your willpower muscle, which is something we'll talk about more in the future. But please don't take this lightly. It's part of training your brain. I mean, really, focus on patting yourself on the back. Actually telling yourself you're doing a good job. Now really, I mean it. Do it. We're going to pause for a few seconds so you can say to yourself, this time I'm going to friggin' do this. No excuses, no failures, just little successes, one day at a time, and progress forward. Great job. Go ahead, say it to yourself. By engaging in a daily success practice, which includes both your exercise and cognitive work, you are living a healthy lifestyle. That's what it takes to live a healthy lifestyle. Exercise and cognition, along with good nutrition. Remember the acronym from the fundamentals video, NEC. Nutrition, exercise, cognition, and kudos. I'm talking about the 3 pillars that are needed to support a healthy lifestyle. I'm sure you remember the image from the fundamentals video. We're not just going to say you're living a healthy lifestyle for the sake of saying it and think that because we've said it, it'll happen. We have to acknowledge that you just started this journey, so you're not as healthy today as you'll be in 2 weeks or 2 months, say. As you've learned from some of the other videos, becoming healthy involves living a healthy lifestyle consistently. Not all the time during the day, not every minute, but most of the time, so that over time, the incremental daily progress that you're making, most of which you won't even notice, add up to be huge successes in your health, both mental and physical, and ultimately huge changes to your life and to your happiness. Remember, it takes effort to begin moving that flywheel, but once it begins moving, you'll gain a lot of momentum. Just keep applying that effort. Yesterday, you first learned about the 3C method to help you think about and implement cognitive behavioral therapy, which is the backbone of a healthy lifestyle or any long-term weight loss. We'll get back to the specifics of the 3C method in a moment. But I want to give you something more global, more impactful, from a big picture perspective to think about. There are literally dozens of TV shows and movies where people discover they have a superpower. Then, the superhero goes on to harness that superpower to do amazing things, right? Sometimes even to save the world. One common theme is that the superhero oftentimes in the early days doesn't even know they have a superpower. Eventually the superhero learns about that superpower and they begin to develop it through trial and error, sometimes with some pretty drastic or bad outcomes. This is the thought I want you to place in your mind. Not of a superpower gone wrong, but that you have essentially just learned about and are developing your own superpower. And that superpower is the ability to change your thoughts. Think about the power of being able to change thoughts. I mean, you could control the world if you could change everybody's thoughts. Now hold on, before you get carried away with your newly discovered superpower, realize that your superpower will initially apply to changing your own thoughts, which is incredibly important. If you could change your thoughts, which will change your emotions and your feelings, you'll ultimately change your actions. You'll be doing something different with your life that you've never done before. The ability to change thoughts will definitely change your life. Soon, since you'll be more energetic, optimistic, and more productive, and certainly happier, you'll have the opportunity to change the thoughts of other people. Maybe you'll be teaching them about your own superpower, and then teaching them about their own superpower, helping them change their own thoughts. So for today, I want you to learn how to harness your newly discovered superpower by learning more about the 3C method. The 3C method involves catching, checking, and changing. And of course, what we're talking about catching, checking, and changing is a thought, is your mind. You already know that the 3C method is a compelling and easy to follow method used in cognitive behavioral therapy. So remember that the 3C method will be used to develop your superpower, changing thoughts. One of your to-do list items for yesterday was to catch 1 or 2 negative or self-sabotaging thoughts about the Foy Health program. and then write them down on page 22 of your success journal. Your to-do list also provided that you needed to purchase or locate a dedicated notebook or journal, which we'll call the success journal, that you'll use to document your return to a healthy lifestyle and assist you in a number of different ways as we progress through the program. Hopefully, you're able to get that journal or notebook. If you didn't, please get it ASAP. Here's a journal I found around my house. It's a mostly unused Paul Frank journal. I had to rip out a couple of pages that were used. So I numbered the first pages 1 through 22, and I wrote down 2 potential self-sabotaging thoughts that relate to the Foy Health program. The first one, this program is going to be tough. And besides, I've tried dozens of programs and diets in the past, and I've always failed. The second self-sabotaging thought that I wrote down is, I'm not a morning person, so this program is not going to work for me. So I've used the first C of the 3C method by catching the thought. The second C in the 3C method is to check it. So today we'll be focusing on the check it. At the core of checking your thought, you are essentially challenging your thinking. There are 2 primary questions that you must ask yourself when you check it. First, ask yourself, is the thought helpful? If it's not helpful, you know that you've got to change that thought. Second, ask yourself, is the thought accurate? Put in another way, which makes it, for me at least, much easier to remember, is to ask yourself, does the thought pass the sniff test? Think of the acronym BO to help you answer this question. Does your thought stink of BO? Beliefs, dysfunctional or flawed? Beliefs that support the thought based upon dysfunctional or flawed ideas is what we're trying to focus on. And the O from BO is objective thought. In other words, is the thought influenced by personal feelings or opinions? In other words, is the thought factual? So back to dysfunctional beliefs. Here's a list of common beliefs that are dysfunctional, unhelpful, or flawed, that many people fall victim to. When you give your thoughts the sniff test as part of your to-do list for today, ask yourself if any of these apply to the thoughts you wrote down on page 22 in your success journal. If the answer is yes, then that thought needs to be changed. You don't need to memorize this list. We're not going to go through every one of these dysfunctional, unhelpful, or flawed beliefs at this time. But I suggest you pause this video right now and take a picture of this list. We'll pause for a moment so you can grab your phone and take a picture. Also, there's a separate video that helps you further understand these flawed, dysfunctional, unhelpful beliefs and actually provides specific examples regarding each of these so that they become clear to you. Watching this short video is on your to-do list for today. It's less than 10 minutes long. It'll be worth your while for sure and can be applied to any aspect of thinking in your life. So here's your to-do list for today. Maybe also take a picture of this list and delete it when you've finished it. Review the list of dysfunctional, unhelpful, and flawed beliefs, and then watch the beliefs, dysfunctional, unhelpful, flawed video. It's less than 10 minutes long. Check it. Ask yourself if the thoughts that you wrote down on page 22 of your journal yesterday are helpful. Write the question down, is it helpful? And then write the answer down regarding your thoughts on page 22 of the journal. Again, under check it, apply the sniff test to your thoughts. Does it stink from BO? B, write down on page 22 the dysfunctional, flawed belief that forms the basis of your thought. And secondly, for the O, write down on page 22 the emotion, feeling, opinion that is not objective, that is based on something other than fact. Next, at some point today, spend 5 minutes thinking about why you want to return to health. Begin writing a list of whys in your journal on page 24. In the next few days, we're going to delve into the what is your why question further. Finally, start bringing your water bottles with you. One at work, maybe at your desk, maybe one in the car, somewhere else to remind you to drink more water. You certainly know that drinking more water is fundamental to living a healthy lifestyle. We'll get into that more in a future video. That's all I've got for you today. I know that this effort of checking your thoughts and actually plowing through the things to-do list is not easy. It'll definitely take some time and some effort. Think about this though. In order to get a different result in your life, you have to do something different, right? This is different. Have you ever done anything like this before? Answer honestly, have you ever? I can also tell you that if you went to a medical doctor tomorrow to deal with some chronic disease or other condition resulting from not living a healthy lifestyle, you'd be spending hundreds of dollars and a huge amount of time, including driving to your appointments, waiting for that appointment, getting pricked and tested in countless ways, not to mention all the pain you'll experience from the chronic illnesses you are being treated for. This reminds me of one of my favorite sayings. It's better to build a fence at the top of the cliff rather than a hospital at the bottom of the cliff. Plus, if you're being treated for some condition, the doctor will inevitably attempt to change your unhealthy life habits, your behaviors. And the process to change behavior will be the exact same process you are learning about now and working through each day. Cognitive behavioral therapy is a proven method used by doctors, therapists, psychologists, psychiatrists that works to change behavior. In this case, to become healthy and maybe lose weight if that's your goal. If you really think about it, the time spent, these small investments of time, is puny in the long run, but will have a cumulative effect leading to massive changes in your life. If you keep it up, you may not notice it right now, but it's happening. Things are changing. Keep up the good work and the consistency. I can also say that the efforts get easier as time goes on. I hope this has been super helpful for you as you continue on your healthy lifestyle journey. We hope you'll take the next step towards living your healthy lifestyle and subscribe to our YouTube channel or check us out on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, or somewhere else.